I really don't think either of you intended for things to end up this way. But I'm seeing somewhere along the line, instability became the norm. Conflict became the norm. Distance became the norm. And for many of you, this distance could be physical, but it could also be emotional. With the Two of Cups coming out sideways here, this is definitely emotional. It's like two people who at one point felt very connected are no longer meeting each other in that same space. But I'm getting that someone here wants answers. Someone wants movement. Someone wants to understand what's happening. But at the same time, I'm seeing avoidance, defensiveness, and communication that isn't fully honest or productive. It's almost like every attempt to fix the situation somehow ends up creating another problem. But the strongest thing I'm picking up on is this divine feminine energy. It's very likely that this is you, regardless of gender. There's something that you have become very aware of. You've become extremely aware of a pattern here, whether you've spoken it aloud or not. I feel like you've recognized that something about this connection cannot continue the way it has been. And with the Six of Swords showing up as the overall energy, I'm seeing a transition taking place. A chapter is shifting. Someone is moving away from the chaos. And today's reading is hopefully going to reveal what has really been happening beneath the surface of this connection. Specifically, I want to look into what has been hidden from you, what is currently unfolding between you two, and what this person is unable or unwilling to say directly to you. Now, before I get into the rest of this reading and look into all of that, I want to talk about these beautiful pieces of jewelry that I'm wearing. These were specifically sent to me by Otter Spirit. And the reason that I want to talk about Otter Spirit today is because I genuinely love wearing my crystals. I'm not the type of person who just buys crystals to carry in your purse or to just put on a shelf. While I love all kinds of crystals, I really prefer wearing my crystals, if you couldn't tell. And what I really like about the shopping experience on Otter Spirit is that it's very interactive because you can shop by intention, you can shop by your zodiac sign placements, you can shop by a chakra that you would like to heal or focus on. And all the jewelry that you will find on Otter Spirit is authentic AAA grade gemstones. The ones that I decided to choose are Tiger's Eye, Carnelian, and Sunstone, because not only do these tie into my Sun, Moon, and Rising, Leo, Gemini, and Sagittarius, but my goals for wearing this jewelry was to be able to carry more confidence and more strength, especially when I'm out in public or when I'm making videos for you guys. And what I also love is that they'll send you these little cards with each piece that you buy. For example, this one is the Carnelian one. And it says here, intention, confidence, zodiac signs, Aries, Leo, Virgo, Scorpio, chakras, the sacral, and the root chakra. And it also tells you how to clean your pieces as well. And each one comes in a very nice box, just like this. And it even has this little case that you can put your jewelry in if you want to. And another thing that I love so much about Otter Spirit, it's literally in the name, they literally give back to protect sea otters. Since the inception of Otter Spirit, they've donated $1 from every single bracelet sold to nonprofit organizations dedicated to ocean conservation. And specifically, they're committed and involved with a sea otter program that rescues, rehabilitates, and releases stranded pups. And by the way, if any of this speaks to you and you would like to purchase your own pieces, I worked out some special codes with Otter Spirit for you guys. You can either use Kayleen 20 to get 20% off absolutely anything. But if you're building a bigger ritual kit or doing a haul and your total goes over $99, make sure you use Kayleen 30 instead so you could get that full 30% off. I'll leave the links and codes right at the top of the description box so you don't have to write them down. Now let's get back into the reading. What has been hidden from the divine feminine, from the viewer, about this connection? Okay, so the first card coming out says seeing the signs. I'm seeing if this person has been receiving signs about you, if they've been seeing things that remind them of you, if you've been on their mind, or anything of the sort. They haven't been open with you about it. For some reason, they've purposely kept this hidden from you. And honestly, with favorable circumstances coming out in reverse, it's very likely that they've not been so open about what's been going on their side of things because their circumstances from their point of view have not been so favorable. I feel this person going through a hard time physically, mentally, even spiritually. It's this energy of the same scenarios occurring again and again, but them being unable to learn a lesson there. And also I feel that they've hidden how they really see you, because here we have the High Priestess. This speaks to someone viewing you as a leader, someone viewing you as someone who just knows things or has a very strong intuition. And there's something here about this person maybe being aware that you are ahead of them on some level. Not to say that you are better, but maybe more experienced or more consciously aware of the life that you lead. Maybe they see you as someone who is more secure about your purpose in life and what you're here to do, while they might be feeling a bit lost. Yeah, literally. Here we have the Book of Spells, which speaks of learning, and then the Midnight Moth, which speaks of distraction. It's like the universe, God, is providing them with lessons, but they keep being distracted or entertaining the distractions. There's something here about them not fully recognizing that in many ways they aren't living for themselves. They aren't living in their truth. I feel that even if this person wouldn't want to admit it, they still heavily care about what other people think about them. Because they're not fully living in their truth, they're attracting things that are not a reflection of truth. But there's something here about this person feeling like they can't live up to your standards no matter how hard they try. Not recognizing that they don't need to do so much. They just need to be. Be real. Be honest. Be authentic. Now I want to see what is unfolding between you two. Okay, so the first card is insecurities. And so I feel that this represents this other person. And it's just going back to what I was saying earlier, that they're unsure of who they are or where they presently are in their life. And they could be wearing a mask to hide something from you or even hide something from others. And it all comes back to a fear of rejection, being rejected by you, being rejected by others, being rejected by the world, being judged. And this person is still in a place in their life where they cover up who they are in fear of what others may think of them. But with the fateful encounter card here, I see that you and this person were definitely meant to meet. There was a purpose behind all of this. And there was nothing that you could have done to avoid this encounter. There was nothing that they could have done to avoid this encounter. Either way, regardless if y'all end up together or not, this is a connection that was always going to have a big impact on your futures and who you are. And I feel that on some level, it has made you question your belief system about what is possible. On some level, it's now doing the same for this person. For both of you, this event was life-altering. This encounter was life-altering. This is speaking to the moment that y'all laid eyes on each other, the moment that y'all met. But for some of you, this could reflect a future fateful encounter with one another. It would be this energy of not knowing you were going to see each other, not expecting to even run into each other, that kind of thing. But just know if that does happen for you, it is for a reason. And I'm seeing if it does happen, whether it's online, whether it's in person, it's meant to break some kind of illusion. And it's not even this thing of, oh, it's just breaking an illusion on their side, but also on your side. There's something here about needing to be careful of drama or falseness, and to be careful with not allowing yourself to be deceived solely with words or appearances. This is not going to be the time to avoid a difficult truth or idealize the connection anymore. I feel that it would be a test of groundedness to see if either of you are out of this obsessive thinking energy, to see if either of you are going to allow your emotions to control or dictate the actions towards one another. Really, it's going to be a test on your discernment and your intuition, and it's going to be a check-in for how far you've come. There's some kind of ending here that leads to a new beginning. And here we just had the time is ticking card come out, which speaks of things moving forward or not moving at all. So I feel like in time, you are going to receive clarity surrounding if this is a connection that still has more chapters to be written, or if it's a connection that has reached the end of the book. And there's something coming through about your intuition again. Whoever you are, you definitely do carry this high priestess energy, and I really want you to lean into this. I feel like you're being called to lean into this for the rest of your life because it's never going to lead you astray. There's something here about needing to pay attention to those light bulb moments of realization, to that direct knowledge from source without a rational thought. There's something here about trusting in your deep knowing, trusting in your ability to understand something without evidence. Okay, so now I want to look at what this person is unwilling or unable to say directly to you at this time. What is this person unable to say? So first of all, they haven't been able to say the most obvious truth about this whole encounter, this whole connection. In their heart, they know that they were destined to meet you, but for whatever reason, they have not been able to put this into words, or they don't want to for whatever reason. If it's a lack of want, it's very likely, going back to what I said at the beginning of the reading, that they're not finding themselves in the circumstances that they desire to. And I'm seeing that there hasn't been accountability regarding the fact that they didn't respect your boundaries, or they pushed your boundaries to the limit, that they pushed you past your breaking point. They haven't been able to say that you weren't asking for too much. They haven't been able to say that they saw your connection as the right person, wrong time. They haven't been able to say that they weren't ready for you when the universe presented you to them. They haven't been able to say that they don't feel strong enough or confident enough to make a move towards you, or to be 100% honest with you. They haven't been able to admit that they feel remorse for the way that they treated you. They feel so much regret for how they let you slip away. But they can't admit that their internal view of themselves and their unhealed wounds were acting as an obstacle. I don't even feel like this is something that they had known themselves until a little while ago. But there is good news here that I do feel this person wishes they could share with you. And I think it's the fact that now they understand that you came into their life to teach them a spiritual lesson. They didn't understand that for the longest time. They didn't even know how to categorize this connection, but they're getting it now. And only time will tell what them getting it will mean for this connection. But as for you, I want to get you one final piece of advice. What advice do we have for the viewer today? Personal growth. Continue to keep doing you, continue to keep focusing on you, turning your energy back to you. It shouldn't be going to this person if they are not present, if they are not truthful, if they are not making an effort. There's something here about opening yourself up to the possibilities, to the outcomes, to the timelines available to you. Timelines and outcomes that align with your personal growth. And I actually want to read you a little bit from the guidebook here regarding this card. You are being encouraged to investigate anything that helps raise your conscious awareness and enhances your self-esteem. It may be a book, CD, online seminar, workshop, health program, yoga practice, or meditation, or it may be working with an energy worker, therapist, or life coach, whatever suits your needs. A step in this direction, regardless of what it is, will set you up for life. And it's interesting because there's something coming through about maybe even this other person beginning to take their first steps towards this reality where they can notice themselves growing and becoming more consciously aware of their actions and their feelings and where it all comes from. It says here, in order to improve your current situation, you are being asked to adjust to and harmonize with the natural rhythm and cycles of your life, cycles that are leading you toward a time of significant growth and improvement. As you improve yourself, you improve your quality of life. As you raise your awareness, you align yourself with Source. This is all you need to make your dreams come true. So that is what I have for you guys. I hope that you have enjoyed this reading. If you would like to book a personal reading with me or an attachment style reading with me, you can go ahead and click the link to my website down in the description below. I will see you all in the next video.